Behold, the archway. It's looking pretty cool. You probably can't see a whole lot of the detail. Again, it's not glued, it's a little wobbly. But all I basically did is I used a lot of the triangular file, and it was a lot more simple than I thought it would be. And I'll probably add some more dimension to it later, but I'm not entirely sure. I know I'm gonna do some brazier, like I don't know if you know what a brazier is. It's like an old schooly like sconce for a torch, or a larger like tub of coals or something to basically give off light. And I know they're going to be doing all that with CG, so I don't have to worry too much about it. And I'll do like really big ones on these and then smaller ones on those, and that'll probably give some detail to it. Obviously this isn't the piece I'm going to be using, but maybe do like a sloped up thing that you can't even see my hand. Like it'll slope and it'll hold stuff, and like maybe it'll work like that, or maybe on the side or something like that. Again, a lot smaller to match the width of those, and I'm going to be doing like some wreckage and some stalactites all over it. But all I basically did was use a pen to mark out on a little archway, and I kind of made a separate one right here, and I'll show you exactly how to do that in a sec. I used a pen to mark it out. I used the triangular file. This thing's been saving my butt like crazy. To file it out, and then I just broke away the top to make it look like rocks. When I texture everything a little bit later, right before the painting, it'll become even more cool and rocky. But you know, when everything's said and done, it's actually pretty impressive big. So whether or not you need it to be, you know, a smaller like the weather top over there, or something like huge like these, either way, it's gonna be pretty cool. And of course they can screw with it all they want when they do the CG adding of the people later. And I'll be doing stairs in a second too. But for the time being, let us make archways. Here is the second one, so it's gonna go on somewhat like that. I'm probably gonna actually break it at the top, but we'll see how we'll do that in a second. All I'm gonna do, again, I apologize for this, but I'm going to take this and I'm going to draw out on it exactly what I want. I'm going to start off by just making the bricks. I'm going to make them about the same size as the bricks that the pillars are for the actual thing right here. So they're about the same size. Again, it's just a rough like pen estimate, if you will. And then I'm going to round it off at the edge to be all archy-like. And this might put a little indent into it, but when I texture everything later, it should be okay. So that's like the basic, like, hey, what's up, I'm an archway. So that's pretty simple. I'm then going to take the triangular file, like I was showing you before. I'm just etching in a line at the bottom of each of these to kind of like start off the rounded brick edges and to define them more. That's looking kind of well. It's almost like I've done this already 5 minutes ago. And then before I do anything else, I'm going to just start breaking the top off like I did with the last one. And using the knife technique I showed you before. Whoa! I just snapped my razor blade in half. So what I'm going to do instead, am I bleeding yet? No. Awesome. That was awesome, and that was caught on tape. I'll use something else sharp, like my rounded file right here, to grab and tear out some areas, just like I did with those bricks that I was showing you before. Like I said, you can always do it with your fingers. Usually works if you have a softer foam, but if you like, you know, happen to snap your razor blade in half, like I may or may not have just done, then this will work just fine. And again, you want to make it look irregular, like this one started to look a little rounded, so I did what I can. So it's got kind of that broken rock look. It'll look awesome when it's textured and all done. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the file, and I'm going to go all the way and follow through so it looks like the bricks kind of go off into a cool structure that they used to be part of and are no longer. And that's kind of the idea of making ruins. And if you're doing working in terrain, you're going to be making a lot of ruins. especially for something fantasy-based, like Weathertop, or, like I said, if you can't tell by my call sign, I'm a big Warhammer fan, and Games Workshop in general. So if you do a lot of Warhammer, if you do some Warhammer 40,000, if you do Lord of the Rings, like I'm doing right now, or if you're just making a cool movie set, like I'm also doing right now, it will work just fine for you to make some cool, once awesome structures by chipping them up and making them look like they used to be huge and awesome. I'm using my rounded file now to gouge out the top, because rounded file is going to give me just a really nice, like reasonably thick line. You can see right there, indent. And it's okay if it's a little jagged, obviously, because these are broken down pillars. I'm going to have to go get another hobby blade for my knife so I can do a little bit more of this metal damage. But then you can take your file and kind of etch in huge scratches and gouges. Just be a little random, have some fun. Because, you know what, destruction is rarely orderly. It's chaos. So, yeah, that's how it's going to work. So, actually, that one's a little bit more damaged than my other one, but you can see that... Oh, wait, that's my finger over the stuff. So, you can see that side by side, they look pretty similar, and I did that in just a few seconds. I'm then going to put this over here. Like I said, I might break it, and I think I'll do that on camera so you guys can see me being random and crazy. I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to break it, see how easy that happens. I told you before, if you have these and you want to cut them up with the file and then snap them in half, it should work pretty well. I'll probably... not sure I'm going to do this. I'll probably take this one out too. And the nice thing about this is look, I can just, like, if I screw up, I can just glue it back together. Look, magic! Because it's all segmented like. So I think that looks nice. I don't want them to look exactly the same. So I think I'll take this, use my saw since my knife is kaput, to kind of gouge up and then break apart with my hands. Sorry, I was doing that off camera. Gouge up with my hands, use my file to recreate the gouge to make it look like the brick archway. So I'll do that. Let's use a little paper clip as a placeholder, just like we did, or paper clip, what are these called? The stuff, the wooden of the picks with your teeth, toothpicks. So we'll put that there as like a placeholder. Awesome. Actually, that's looking pretty hot, especially next to that. You could even, and I think this might not be too shabby of an idea, I think I'll probably make that like that and then put like the rest on the ground, which I'll have to do separately. Like I still have some bricks lying around somewhere all the way over there, all those bunch of cubes. Then I'm going to make like bricks just scattered around the ground like there used to be lots of other stuff going on. But you want to do that after you do all the tile work. I mean, you can cut them out. I didn't start sanding mine yet, but it actually looks really cool, and they're scattered around. But I keep repeating myself. You got to do the tile work first, the ground, the stuff with the ground. You want to do it after the tile work, but before you start doing like the big like debris banks and stuff like that, because what you can actually do is put them in the ground and then have things like sloping up and around them, so it'll look more natural and cool. I'm already in love with this. This is a pretty awesome project. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a few more of these square bricks here. I'm going to file them down, and by file I mean sand, and make a bigger one so I can do the other end of the archway there. That's looking pretty cool. And then I'm going to bust that up. I might just throw it away. Well, not throw it away, of course. Put it in the junk pile. Like I said, always keep it because you never know when you need a little thing. And then I'll put it all together. It'll be over here. You can already see I'll use my little what if machine. Hold on, let me put my camera down for a second. This is gonna be, when I say what if machine, I mean using toothpicks. So obviously that looks like crap, but it kind of gives you an idea of what it'll look like once all the bricks and stuff are together. It'll be, you know, a little bit more right. And then we'll be doing like debris and stalactites cone up here. I think this is going to look really hot, especially when it's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish that up. And what are we going to work on next? I think we're going to work on the stairs next, because that's going to be like the last bit of like blocks we're going to need. Then we'll do the stone. I keep telling you we're going to do the stone, and I promise you we will be doing the stone around the edges. Actually, I didn't really tell you what this is. Not only is it going to look like Weathertop over there, but it's actually supposed to be an island, so that's why I'm doing like the rocks and the slopes up, because, you know, it's going to be in the middle. I'm going to sneeze in a second. Sometimes if I say I'm going to sneeze, I don't sneeze, and I think that's going to happen now. Now I just seem like an idiot. But if it happens later, you'll know. So yeah, it's supposed to be like an island, so there's going to be like rocks around the edges, and I might do like a slopey thing going up. Oh, I thought that was my blood for a second, and I was like, I didn't cut myself that bad. It's not, it's paint. So yeah, the rocks, the sand slopes, I'll probably do that after we do the stairs, and then we'll have to worry about cutting this into pie pieces and doing the cool tile design both here, up here, and maybe adding some designs, like some like medieval, like Celtic kind of something simple on the bricks to maybe look like there used to be like a symbol up here and it has broken down since. It'll add a lot of character. It'll be very subtle. We'll see if it works. We'll see if it doesn't. Either way, it'll be fine. Then we'll be doing the torch sconces, the braziers, all that fun stuff. The stalactites will be here. I still have absolutely no idea how I'm going to do them, but you know what? That's half the fun of this hobby, is making crap up as you go along. So, again, thanks for watching, guys. I hope this gives you a little insight onto how the tiny pillars are made and showing you how quick and easy it can be. And, yeah, tune in for the next one, where we will be making stairs.